Welcome to Let's Build a Willys Jeep. Today's video I'm going to show you how to install your front brake lines on your Dana 25 front axle. And to do so, we will install our flex line on the driver's side, and I'll show you what the passenger side looks like complete. The passenger side brake line is already complete. I'll go over how it is assembled. There's your S line that goes into your brake cylinder. There's a clip that will clip on from your S line to your flex hose, which is hammer this in. Then you have your flex line running this way, and it'll go to this next mount that's actually welded right onto your axle. And this right will have another clip. This will clip onto your longer brake line, and that'll hold these flex line and your line together. This line will run this way. There's actually two clips that will hold on your line. These two clips are installed on the bolts that actually hold on your differential cover. These was installed in a previous video on how to get these installed and properly torqued. Then your line will run this way. There will be a clamp installed right here, which is that clamp right there. We'll go around this right here to hold your line in place. And then we go this way, there will be a three-way splitter. The splitter was right here. Splitter will be bolted right into the axle. This will split off your brake fluid to going to your passenger side and then going to your driver's side. And there'll be a main line that'll go up this way to your brake master cylinder. Going over the various components for this installation, starting right here, this is our brake line hose clamp. This clamp will be installed directly onto the Dana 25 axle where this loom is located. And now we move to our smaller line. This line will be installed from our three-way splitter to this clamp right here attached and welded onto your axle, and the flex line will be attached to here. And then this is our three-way splitter with a bolt that will secure directly to the Dana 25 axle, threading in right there. And then moving on, we have our flex line hose, our two pins that will hold our flex line hose and our hoses securely together. With your three-way splitter, you want to make sure that we thread in our long brake line going over the front differential. And we'll just thread it in as so. We'll just thread it in until the threads bottom out. You don't want to over tighten this because it'll strip out and it will leak. With the threads bottomed out, we'll just make sure we get nice and snug. Just give a little pull, and now we know that's nice and secure. And now we can actually install our splitter directly onto the Dana 25 axle using these threads on this bracket. To install our splitter, this is a 1/4 inch coarse thread, 1 inch long with lock washer, and we'll just put it through the hole in our splitter, and it'll thread directly into the Dana 25 axle on the bracket. Once your bolt is fully tightened down, use a torque wrench and torque your bolt to 10 foot-pounds. With a small brake line that will go from your three-way splitter to your flex line on the driver's side, we will install it as so. We'll stick it through the clamp or the support that's welded onto your Dana 25 axle, and then we'll thread it into our splitter as so. Then using a 3/8 wrench, we'll tighten this thread all the way. And to do so, you want to tighten it so the thread just bottom out, and we'll go a little bit past it. Don't want to go too tight because you strip out the brass. Just like that. And that'll be a good seal right there. The next step is to install our flex line. The flex line will be installed as so to connect this S line to our small brake line down here. And we'll just install the lower one first. Just push it in and we'll just thread it in to the threads on the flex line. And with it just hand tight, now we can move to the top, and the top's the same kind of concept. Now thread your S line into your flex line. It'll just thread right in. Now make sure that we tighten everything down. So use a 3/8 wrench, 11/16 wrench, and we'll hold it on both sides. And then we'll make sure the threads are bottomed out, and that will be a nice, good seal for the brake lines. And now the bottom part of our flex line to our small brake line hose, do the same step. Make sure the threads are bottomed out. It's a nice, good seal. The last step is to install our brake line clips, and we'll install it on this side or towards your metal brake line, not towards the flex hose. And you want it so this little lip is facing towards you, and it'll fit in this little groove on your flex line, and we'll just have to pound it in with a hammer. The lower clip is installed the same way as we did for the top one. We'll just have to hammer it in now. You want to hammer it in until it seats all the way down, and now we have both brake line clips installed. The last step is to install our brake line clamp onto the axle, and located right between our differential housing and our knuckle, and will be installed with this tab pointing up, so your nut can get locked in that tab, and we'll push it in like this and pull it over the axle, put it right on top of the loom, right centered, and now we'll thread our bolt right through. Use a flathead screwdriver and just tighten up this clamp so it puts nice even pressure on your brake line, and that'll hold it in place.
So there it is. You got your brake lines on the Dana 25. Hope that helped you out, and thanks for watching, and subscribe.